I would now like to call upon Jane Colin-Cherry to deliver the synopsis of their play, Turf War.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is The Turf War, an adaptation of The American Crisis by Ned Lauver. Two families, one American and one Russian, living in Cleveland, claim bitter hatred for one another, yet are eerily similar in behavior. Their greatest crisis unfolds when the dueling offspring find true love and threaten to create an amalgam of both households. Ladies and gentlemen, we present before you The Turf War.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Turf War was written by Ned Lauver, a playwright and an actor of the highest caliber. Now, I would like to call upon Ned Lauver to present the production license.
Thanks a lot.
Don't mention it, Ned. We should learn for some Chinese handball after the show.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, Frank.
Ned Lauver, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a round of applause for the handsome young man? Moving right along, in this play, you will see Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones and Mrs. Jones, and many others. The name of the town is Cleveland. You might have heard of it because it's based in Ohio. Time is fairly early in the morning, and everyone's getting ready for an exciting day. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Honey, you gotta see this. We're sending guerrillas to a foreign country to fight for freedom.
Great. That's exactly what we need. An intelligent army of gorillas fighting for freedom.
Hey now, don't underestimate the power of those primates, alright? They're smarter than you think.
Right. Because the next thing we'll know, we'll have a King Kong running for president.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it. They can't do any worse than our current human candidates, can they?
I don't know, John. I think I'll stick to voting for people who don't fling their own shit.
Fair enough, fair enough. But mark my words, one day we'll be bowing down to our guerrilla overlords.
Well, in that case, I better start practicing my banana peeling skills.
Oh, honey, you're already pretty damn good at it. Just that, I don't know where exactly you've been practicing.
What the heck did you just say?
Nothing at all. Do you remember that movie? You know the one I'm talking about? It had all the apes in it, and they were on that one planet. What the heck was the movie called?
Planet of the Apes. John, the movie was called Planet of the Apes.
Nah, that's not it. I'll think of it sooner or later.
Sometimes I don't know why I bother.
Someday they'll run a colony to the moon. Mars even.
John, shut up about the monkeys before I thrust my entire fist down your throat, rip your lungs, and feed them to the dog.
Dear, what do you mean by that?
I can't stand it.
Anyhow, we haven't got a dog as a matter of
La
fact.
la la, I can't hear you.
Well, that's just peachy, you smarmy little...
You know I'm not listening, right?
Yeah, right. Here we go again.
By the way, you like green eggs and ham?
What?
Oh, John, I can't believe we're fighting like this after so many years of wedded bliss type stuff.
Honey, it's not our fault. It's that Jones family next door. They are the bad influence on our lives.
John, why don't we just move away from those horrid people?
We've been over this a million times, Jane. That would mean giving in, wimping out, giving up the ship. Nah, that's not the American way. And you know it. I am an American, which means I have the right to be an arrogant, pompous ass whenever it suits me. You see, here in America, majority rules. And in my white-ass, wonder-bread, cookie-cutter, patriarchal household, I am the majority. As God is my witness, I will never move this family away from those heathens. Come hell or high water.
Or even a bad case of hemorrhoids.
Or even a bad case of hemorrhoids. This family will stay and fight till the death of what we believe in.
His truth is marching on.
Are you mocking me, Jane? Seriously?
Honey, you've got to see this. We are sending gorillas to the foreign country to fight for freedom. Damn, those primates are smart. Next thing you know, one of them will be president.
Sweet, merciful crap, Mike. You sound just like those barbarians next door.
What?
Well, the first and last time we had them over for dinner, Mr. Smith wouldn't shut up about monkeys. Don't you remember? And besides, they weren't even talking about the primates. They were talking about our armed forces.
Whatever. Say, I wonder where Lucille is. I haven't seen her since yesterday early evening.
Well, if she's sneaking around with Smith's butler again, I'll be furious.
You've quite the imagination, dear. Quite the imagination indeed.
Oh, do I? May I remind you, it was my imagination that prompted us to come home early that day last March, just to find that Lucille straddling that man like a gymnast on a pommel horse.
Pommel horse, Mary Ruraton.
Mike, you're drooling again. And besides, isn't pommel horse a men's event?
Pommel horse, Blaine Wilson.
Mike!
Sorry, dear, sorry. You were saying?
I was saying that they were making wild, passionate love on this living room couch. I can't even look at this couch which I'm feeling sick anymore.
Huh? How dare you besmirch the honor of my favorite couch?
Oh, you are impossible. If you want Punisher for this, I'll be out of here.
Yes, dear, whatever you say.
Yeah, as if you mean it.
Now, where did Randall get to? He should be cleaning the dishes by now. So hard to find good help these days.
Morning, Dad.
Ah, there he is. The most handsome young man in all creation, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come on, Dad.
A product of my loins.
Dad, enough.
The fruit of my loom.
Dad!
Sorry, Sal. Just got carried away a little. You little gladiator, you. Now, where is Randall?
It was one of the best times of my life.
We should hang out together again, you know?
That is, if we don't get caught again.
Yeah. Sir,
Oh, stop with your infernal stuttering. You were fooling around with her, weren't you?
yes, sir.
Randall, what have I told you?
Sir, no fooling around with Lucille, except on the flag day. The most beautiful and magical day of them all.
That's right. Randall, you've been a loyal servant over the years. And I really hate to do this, but Randall, you're fired.
Yes, sir. Shall I pack my things?
No. That won't be necessary. Just move back a little.
Yes, sir.
A little bit to your left.
Yeah.
Right. Turn around. You see a door there? Yep. Out of it! Get out! You're fired! Get the hell out of my house!
Yes, sir.
No,
Not my Randall.
Lucille, pull yourself together and get back to the dung heap you call a household.
Yes, ma'am.
Dad, gee, don't you think you're a bit hard on Randall?
Son, sometimes people have to be fired, and that's the way it is.
Well, gosh, you know a lot about life, Dad. I wonder how you ever got so smart.
Well, when you're as old as I am, you just know things. When to fire someone, when not to. It just feels right sometimes.
Wow. I hope I'm as smart as you someday.
Someday, son, someday. But don't worry, this old man will be there with you, each step to guide you to manhood.
You're the best, Dad. I love you.
Love you too, son.
Oh, Lucille, finally, there you are. Lucille, please calm my wife's fears. Tell her you are not having intimate relations with their butler again.
Of course not, sir. He was just, fooling around with me.
Ha! There, you see, Rebecca, they were just fooling around. Nothing to worry about.
This just said they were making love, Mike. Are you there?
No, 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 no. That's not what she said. All that she said was that they were fooling around with each other. There is a huge difference between making love and fooling around. A huge difference. A difference that usually involves a few drinks and then later a chiropractor.
Well, if you won't punish her for this tawdry affair, then I will.
Oi, oi, oi. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I am the man of the house. So if there's any punishment to be given, I'll be the one dishing it out. You understand?
Yeah, whatever.
Right. Now, Lucille, come over here. I have to speak with you about something.
Yes, sir.
Lucille, you've been a naughty little maid, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
And what do you have to say for yourself?
I am proud of what I did. He makes me feel like a woman. Something you never quite managed to do, sir.
What? Mike? What is she talking about?
What? I don't know. She's obviously nutty in the head. Don't worry. I will fire her.
Oh, no, you don't. I won't let you fire me. I quit.
Go quit. Fine. The result is still the same. Out from here.
Whatever.
Well, shit, Mike. Now who is going to do all this work around the house?
Rebecca, please don't make me regret my decisions. She needed to leave. She was upsetting the delicate balance we have in our household. Now, let's never speak of this. Oh, well, well. Look at that. How about those browns, huh?
It's April, Mike. The Browns are ignoring their off-season workout regimen. And you're skirting the issue?
Good morning, Mother. Good morning, Father.
Ah, everybody, there she is. Miss America.
Dad!
My little princess.
Dad!
The little nomadic Mongolian sheep herder. That is my special angel.
Dad!
Okay, fine. I got carried away, daughter. Sorry.
That's okay, Daddy. Where's Lucille now?
Lucille? I don't know. It all happened so suddenly. You know, Lucille entered the house like a complete drunkard. And she was running around, foaming at her mouth. And she was referring herself to be earnest. Huh. You know, she planned to attack me with a butcher knife. And I was forced to fire her.
Where's the knife, Dad?
The knife? It's not here anymore.
Poor Daddy. You've had such a rough morning already. Let's go get some rest.
Yes, yes, I do need some rest with some vodka.
Well, nobody cares about me. I do all this work around the house, and nobody cares about how I feel.
Dad, why do do we hate the, what's the name, Jones family so much?
Well, son, it's fairly complicated in nature, involving Darwin's intertwining rigmarole of the evolution. They're animals.
But Dad,
Animals!
well, you're the boss.
Damn straight. Now get going or else you'll be late.
Hey Jones, hi.
Hello, Smith.
You know, you'd better not mess with me today. I just fired a butler.
Oh, what a coincidence. I just fired my maid too. We all are the same.
Not we. You all are the same. You're filthy and disgusting creatures.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
Is that a fact now?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, that's... Just shut up. Should we get a daily fist fight over with now or to school?
Right now. It's okay. I'm scared. I want to tell you something. It's very important. Let's.
Okay. What do you want to tell?
It's been a while, Mike. I wanted to tell you this from a long while now. Something is different this time. I feel like I'm turning into a jelly inside.
Yeah, something does feel different this time. My knees are suddenly weak.
I love you, Mike.
No! Junior! What are you doing here?
Take her in.
Jane!
Take her in.
Take him in!
What are you doing? Papa, I'm sorry, Papa. I can explain.
Well. Our two families are certainly in a pickle, aren't they? And that brings us to the next part of our lovely play. You see, folks, the sordid little relationship developing between Junior and Roberta is threatening what these two families stand for. It's like Romeo and Juliet without Romeo, Juliet of Italy. You will love the next part, really. Till then, enjoy. We'll talk later.
How in the fiery depths of hell could this have happened?
Haven't we tried to bring you up to be decent human beings? But now look what has happened.
The years of effort we put into for you to hate those creatures.
John, relax. It's okay for the boy to feel this way at this age.
But something has gone very wrong. Very, very wrong.
It is okay, Mike. She's just a child. These things are bound to happen.
Shut up, woman! It's all their fault! Well,
Well, what?
what have you got to say for yourself, young man?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone so far into the interior of Russia.
Jane!
Yes, dear.
Mom, stop. What was that for?
You're not the second coming of Napoleon. You're too tall and only half French.
But John, neither of us is least French.
You stay out of this, woman. This is between me and the boy. Smack him again, would you?
Cut it out, Mom.
So, where was I?
Mom, stop.
No, not that. We'll get back to it if we need to. That or the Chinese water torture. I've always liked that one.
Oh, please. You don't even know what Chinese water torture is. For crying out loud?
We'll jump over the bridge if we ever get to it, my darling. But, getting right along, Junior,
Yes.
I forbid you to associate with Roberta Jones again. Is that clear?
What are my choices?
What in blazes do you mean are your choices? You don't have a choice. I am the Lord and High Master of all that I survey. Everything you see is mine. You don't have a choice.
You know, In school, they usually give us a lot of choices. Usually, like, A, B, C, or D.
This is not a multiple choice exam!
Well, anyways, they'll even let us choose E sometimes. But I just fill in random bubbles, like whatever make bad words on the answer key. That way, I'm a non-contortionist.
You raging moron!
Father, I shall avenge your death.
He's not dead, you stupid child. He's having a heart attack.
Father, I shall avenge your genetically pre-existing heart condition.
If I live through this, I'm gonna kill you!
John, tell me what to do. How do I fix you?
Call for help!
Help! Help!
Devil, come out! Devil, come out!
Thank you, Randall. That was wonderful. I feel like I will kill a wild boar with my bare hands and still have enough energy to make passionate love with my wife.
That'll be $22 and 50 cents.
What? Don't be ridiculous. Wait, haven't you been fired already?
Yes. I'm sorry, sir.
Get the hell out of my house!
I'm sorry.
Randall, my shoes.
Sir, your shoe. I'm sorry, sir.
Get out.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself, young lady?
About what, Father? I didn't do anything wrong.
Didn't do anything wrong? Didn't do anything wrong. You were fornicating with that fornicator.
Mine, she's just a child. Think of her virgin years.
Oh, please. What I saw outside wasn't childlike or virgin-like at all. Things were about to happen.
And so what if they were? I like John Jr., Papa. I think he's dreamy.
Dreamy? Dreamy? You think he's dreamy? He comes from the worst family of all the United States. All 49 of them.
Mike, there are 50 states in the US, not 49. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Woman, how many times do I have to tell you that I have never and I will never consider Rhode Island as a state of America? I mean, come on. It's neither a road nor an island.
Yes, I know, but still.
No buts, no ifs, nothing. I must stand by my beliefs. It is exactly what is keeping our family together.
Oh, it is certainly not keeping us sane.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Let's just get it over with, okay?
Right. Roberta, from this day forth, I forbid you to have any further contact with John Jr. again. Is that clear?
No.
No. What do you mean, no? I am the supreme commander of this household. I am the manliest man that ever walked the face of earth. Next to that guy who used to catch cannonballs with his gut.
It was probably the 80s, Mike. They all took something away from us.
Ah, tell me about it. But that's not an excuse.
Papa, I like John Jr. I can't do anything about it.
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Ha! Now the day is mine. You said it yourself. You will not talk to John Jr. ever again.
Frankly, sir, I'm on her side.
Lucille, now you don't start with me, I'm telling you.
After all, it's springtime, the time when the man's thoughts turns into
Shut up, okay? You stay out of this. Shut up.
hot animal loving.
Mike, she is just a child. Think of her virgin years.
Cut it out, Mom.
Shut up, everybody. Shut up, okay? We're done. There'll be no dissenters in the rank. And Lucille, weren't you fired already? Out! Out!
Oh, how unoriginal.
I said out!
Mike, we are going to get you some counseling.
Yeah, whatever.
My God.
Not him again.
My God, it's so sunny. Do we have to sit out here?
No.
Anyways, today class we'll be discussing the basics of
Hate.
Death.
what? No. Wait. I'll think of it eventually.
Toxic waste.
Elephant droppings.
How do you even think of elephant droppings? No. Wait, give me a moment.
Hate.
Death.
I think we've covered those already, guys. I know we are going to study geography.
Geo what?
Geography.
What the hell is that, man?
It is beautiful, it is wonderful, it is the solution to every single one of your problems.
You don't have a clue, do you, man?
Not one inkling. Anyways, let's see. Who can tell me where we are?
Oh, I know. Whom?
Good answer, but it's wrong. We are... Okay, let me be more specific. Which state are we in?
Confusion?
Denial.
No. Oh God, we don't cover Egypt for a long time yet. Anyways, see, we are in Ohio. Ohio is a state in the United States of America, I think. And then that means that the USA is the most powerful and richest nation in on all of planet Earth because God said so.
That's a violation of my civil liberties, you know?
Really? Really? You know what? Ashcroft.
Just shut up.
Exactly. That'll teach you. It's unpatriotic to question.
How dare you, man?
Sit back down, lady.
Or what?
Rumsfeld. Rumsfeld. That's what I thought. It's unpatriotic to question, guys. Anyways, turn to the next page to see, why we should be afraid of every single other country in this world.
Oh my goodness. At this point in the play, you're probably wondering, what kind of subliminal messages are they trying to send to me via this crazy drama? We, here, at this production, want all of our God-fearing Republican friends to know that we respect the dignity of each and every human being, and we are not just taking shots at them with wanton disregard for their beliefs. Certainly not. To prove it, let's meet one of the actors. Now then, what is your name?
I'm George Russell.
And what is your political affiliation?
Straight down the ticket, Republican.
Oh my, then how did you become a teacher? Just kidding.
Excuse me, a standardized test told me that I was qualified, okay? I really could not be bothered with all of your opinions.
Oh, remind me to thank those folks at the Educational Testing Service. I hear that they're just terrific and they never make a mistake. Anyways, straight down the ticket, Republican?
That's right.
And we just made fun of Republicans in the last segment. Did we not?
We did. But I like to think I'm mature enough to realize that that was done purely for satirical purposes and that, it illuminates an area of our lives that we should perhaps reflect on more closely.
That's wonderful, George. Do you have any role models in administration?
Well, President George W. Bush
Well, isn't that special?
and Adolf Hitler.
Wait a minute. Aren't you a Jew? Cut it out. Let's move on with the play.
Yeah, get out. You were interrupting my class anyways.
Whatever.
Okay, so geography is the study of... Are you asleep?
Yeah. Enough of this. Let's just... Enough.
Let's go home, man.
I'm sorry, I'm the teacher here. Guys, you know what? Forget it. Waste of my damn time anyways.
It is great to see that some of you are still here. At this point in our play, I'd like to get some reaction from the audience. Any raise of hands? You, sir, in the second row. Yes, you. What do you think so far?
Well, I think it's going pretty great. The teacher's part especially. That was clever.
I see. Any questions about the play? Something that I might be able to clear up for you?
Well, I'm guessing what's going to happen further in the play, you know. Are they going to get married? Are there going to be any crazy antics? I really love crazy antics. They make me laugh.
Me too. He had the look of a criminal, so he deserved it.
So, Junior, how was school today?
Yeah, right, school. School was fine. Capital experience, nothing much.
I see. Roberta, anything happened at school today?
No, not at all. Nothing at much. In fact, today was a veritable bastion of nothingness. A total void and vacuum of nothing, capital experience, and nothing much.
I see.
Right.
So, nothing happened at school.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
Nada.
Zip?
Zilch.
Zero.
Exactly.
All right then.
You know, son, I've been thinking. If at all you're lying to me about seeing Roberta Jones, I'm not just gonna beat you till you can't grow. I'm gonna kill you till you're dead.
Mom?
Eat your asparagus.
We'll take care of that. Let's leave.
All right.
This is very simple, Roberta. All I want to know is if you're still seeing John Jr. again.
And what if I was seeing John Jr. again?
Run that by me one more time.
No.
No. No. All I get is a no.
Eat your asparagus.
Screw the asparagus. I'm not hungry anymore.
Now I'll have to clean the table. Even Lucille is not here anymore.
I
I
had
had
to
to
see
see
you.
you.
My father has proclaimed himself the dictator for life of our household. He has forbidden me to have any contact with you, Roberta.
My father, he has instituted a similar practice in our home as well. He told me that if I even looked at you ever again, he would tie me up in our living room and make me watch all the old episodes of the Chevy Chase show.
Well, that's nothing. There couldn't have been more like 5 of them.
Gee, your clearly advanced rhetoric has weighed me down again.
Huh? I didn't understand.
Gee, you're so smart.
Right, gotcha.
So help me make a decision. What should I do? I'm torn between the love for my father and my love for you. I must make a decision between the comfort and stability of so-called traditional values and the lure of passion that I have for you, my love.
Well, that sounds pretty deep, you know, Roberta.
Don't mention it, love muffin.
I'm not associated with Roberta Jones anymore! Take him in!
Go in. Again you want to do all this nonsense, huh?
Jones! I don't want this to happen ever again, alright? Keep your goddamn daughter in her control!
Neither do I want our children to meet, so you keep your son in your control.
Huh?
What?
What in the living depths of hell was that?
Oh, mother, we weren't expecting you. When did you come here?
Ah, well, do I not have the right to see my own granddaughter whenever I fancy? Of course you do, mother. Of course. How did you get here? Oh, well, you see, I was missing your sweet little faces. So, I booked the first flight I saw, hailed the cab, and came here as fast as I could because I did not want to disturb you. And, well, I wanted to surprise you. Are you surprised? Of course, mother, we are. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, yes, yes, mother. Let's get you home. Let's get you some warm tea. You must be tired after all that traveling.
Thank you, dear. That would be lovely.
Wow. I can't believe it's been 20 years since we last met. Apparently, mother, you weren't even available for Roberta's birth, weren't you? You were writing some novel of yours in New York.
No, no. I actually remember fairly well the day she was born, the day Smith's daughter was born.
Mother, we are not the Smiths. We are the Joneses.
Of course, I know that. After all, you got that proud surname because of what? Because I married your father, right? But, mother, then why did you refer to our Roberta as Smith's daughter? Well, you see, I did this little thing that I'm proud of. Very proud of. I did it to ensure that my legacy continues.
What legacy? Mother, what are you talking about? What in the world did you do, mother?
Don't you dare raise your tone in front of me, you boy. You may be the man of the house, but I'm still your mother.
Okay, okay, okay.
So, back to what I was saying. It was that evening when the two of them were born. I first thought that we were blessed with a baby girl. But then I saw this boy looking at me as if he was going to destroy my family, my future. But then I saw this beautiful, beautiful baby girl with the name Smith wrapped around her wrist. So, I did this little exchange of the babies. But look at her now. Look at her continuing my legacy. I had this dream, Mike, and she, my granddaughter, is making my dream come true. Ever since I was a little girl, my parents, they raised me to become a perfect little son which they never had. I did not realize it at that age because I was really young and I loved fighting for Russia. But eventually, I grew older just to realize. And ever since then, I promised myself that I would. Leave that now. Why are we talking about the past, huh? My granddaughter, she holds the future of America in her hands. And I will make sure that she destroys everything that that country took away from me. My family, my future in Russia, my dream to become an activist.
Stop
and
it.
my...
Please, stop it. I can't take this anymore. Please, stop.
I told you not to interrupt me, you disgrace.
I said stop it. Please. You've ruined my entire life, mother. But I will not let you ruin one more day of my life. My entire life has been a lie. Never there was a day where I wasn't hurt by your words or by your hands. Never was there a day where I felt genuinely happy being your son. Just because grandma and grandpa wanted a son instead of you, that doesn't mean that you get to change anyone else's life based on how you wish it to be. You have no idea how your act of selfishness has ruined mine and your granddaughter's life. You won't realize that no matter how grand your so-called legacy is. You were right. I never understood you then, nor can I understand you now.
Whatever I did was just because of the harsh reality. You never understood it as you were a child, nor are you right now. No wonder I left you when you were only 17 years old then. You have no right to talk to my husband like that. You ruined our lives and the Smiths. You had no right to do that just for your own selfish reasons. Who's that?
It's all a lie. My entire life's been a lie. I'm not wanted anywhere.
Who was it, dear child? It's okay. It's okay.
I can't take this anymore. My life, my love, my happiness, nothing is in my control. This feeling of helplessness, I can't take it anymore.
Junior, don't tell me you're with Roberta Jones again.
Dad, I promise, from now, there won't be any more problems.
What happened, son? What has brought about this change?
Dad, I've decided never to see Roberta ever again. Because I'm American brought-up child.
I knew it. My strong American genes can fend off any Russian attack. Proud of you, son.
And genes never lie, Dad.
Junior, are you okay?
Yeah, Mom. Everything's fine.
Are you sure he's fine?
I guess we should just leave him alone.
I can feel the weight of the world crashing down on me, suffocating me with each passing moment. The truth is just too much to bear, too heavy to carry on my own. I can't live with it any longer. My parents, they're not my real parents. The people I thought were supposed to love and care for me unconditionally, this strangers to me. The people I hated all my life turn out to be my real parents. Now I understand the reason people prefer to exist among the lies rather than live in the reality. I can't do it anymore. I can't even love the person whom I want to. Maybe in another life I'll find my real family, my real home, my real love. Maybe I'll find someone who loves me for who I truly am. I quit.
Junior!
Junior!
Junior! What happened? Wake up! Junior! Wake up!
My child! happiness. Ethan deserves it. Ethan deserves it.
And now we have come to an end. An end that was certainly unexpected, but was nevertheless inevitable. You see, folks, the divide that exists between these two families was because of unbridled prejudices. And as the bard says, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then, oh, then is heard no more. So let us make it worthwhile.
Now we have the people who made the turf war happen, the playwright, Ned Lauver, and the overall coordination by Dave.
The stage manager, Sai.
The teacher, Rajveer.
Lucille, Jitishri.
Randall, Rahul.
Grandmother, Tishya.
Roberta, Felicia.
John Jr., Saket.
Rebecca, Namya.
Mike, Vedant.
Jane, Yashasvi.
John, Siddhant.
Director of the turf war, Jane.
Script editors, Namya and Jane.
Costume manager, Janvi.
Now in the light and the sound team, we have Hargun, Pranav, Dushyant, and Sanmay. Now we call upon the prop team, Adit, Dhruvansh, Rinav, Manav, Aditya, Kevin, and Yash.
And finally, how can you forget the member of the audience, Purjeet?
Special thanks to
All the teachers who made this play successful.